Hello everybody and welcome to this episode of Political Progress, a series where we invite different municipal, provincial and federal politicians to come answer our questions. Today's guest is Francis Brière. How are you doing today?
Very well, thanks for having me today.
And to start today's interview, could you tell us for how long you've been the mayor of the nation?
Yes, it's been 2 years now I've been mayor, but I also did 2 terms as councillor before that at the municipality. So I've been a municipal politician for 12 to 13 years now. So.
And what are your goals for the nation?
Well, I have many of them. I know my focus is when I came as mayor, part of the campaign was to make growth happen and to make sure that growth continues to happen. When we speak of that, it's not only on the commercial side of things, but on the residential. Right now, we're seeing in one of our bigger centers, which is Limoges, lots of housing is being built. We're in the books, I guess, or in the plans. We're going to have anywhere between 2,000 and maybe 3,000 more homes in the next 15 years in Limoges, which is going to be a big boom for us. And on the commercial side of things, we have an innovation park, which is also on the outskirts of Limoges, where we have recently developed about 60 acres of land. And in that 60 acres, there's industrial and commercial businesses. And we've recently started developing the other 200 acres beside that in order to continue the progress on the commercial side of things. That there is huge for us in that area of the municipality. Also, there's a housing development going up in St. Albert's. We're looking into some growth in St-Isidore as well. And our agricultural sector is in full swing as far as growth as well. And our egg producers they're going through periods of unprecedented demand. And so with that demand comes growth, and they're building and growing as well. So it's quite exciting times in my municipality right now because we're seeing all these things happen. It does exert certain pressures, but our staff and our council's up for the challenge for sure. Mm-hmm.
Could you tell us what important developments have happened in the nation lately?
Right. Recently, like I said, we can go through all the departments, but the one that I'm proud of the most is the complex in Limoges, which is open and in full swing. That's offering a lot of new services and recreational opportunities for the people of that area. Also, there recently in the news, there's been a big housing development led by Brazil that is hoping to bring into over 2,000 apartments and about 120,000 square feet of commercial development in Limoges, just off the exit there. We're continuously working on that project to make it come to light. Those are 2 big ones, but there's been all kinds of, I'll call them small victories, but there's been progress made in all areas of the municipality that council and myself are quite proud of. So. Mm-hmm.
And do you have any plans to augment the tourism in the area?
Yeah, like we're quite lucky that we have Calypso that brings in about 250 to maybe 275,000 people a summer. So there's a lot of movement that's based around that. We support Calypso and some of the endeavors that they take on, and so that's something that's a big plus for us, and we're lucky to have them. Agritourism is another thing that we support quite a bit because it seems to be a swing in those things that people like to get out and try various things, local producers. So we're always there to support those small businesses and help them grow for sure.
Mm-hmm. And the municipality is doing a fundraiser to renovate the St-Isidore arena.
Yes.
Could you talk to us more about that?
Yeah. So we've been, I guess I'll call it, lucky enough to have our brine system, which is the cooling system of our arena, last for over 60 years now. It's now become Not that it's not functional, but it's become to a point where it may not be reliable, and we don't want to lose half a hockey season and offer our patrons and our citizens something that's maybe something that could break at any time. So we've put our best foot forward, and we decided that we're going to just change the whole system. So by doing so, we have to break the floor. We have to and change all the piping in the flooring and change all our refrigeration system. So we took the opportunity to also change the boards and redesign a couple things. So that project we're looking at about 1.5 million, maybe even a little bit more. In order to help us with the cost and offset some of those things that the burden of the municipality, we've done a fundraiser, hopefully to get some of the local people involved. And with that being said, we're also looking for grants. We're also looking for help from the different levels of government to help us with these costs, because everything you can only put the burden on the taxpayer so much. So hopefully we can find creative ways to help pay for the bill at the end. That's essentially what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. And do you have any events coming up this summer for your region?
Well, yeah, we do. I know, like we've had some that have already passed. We had the 150th anniversary in St. Albert's, which was a huge success over a weekend or 2 weekends ago. We've had the duck and the Festival de la Plume. It's the Duck Festival in St-Isidore, which is another success. We've had Canada Day, which was in Limoges. And upcoming, we have the Riceville Fair is coming up, and there's these types of small events, because the municipality, the nation municipality, is a very vast, big area, and so we find ourselves having a lot of little villages and different centers, and every corner offers up a festival or a gathering of some sort. So. I know myself as mayor and the municipality are always there to help support them financially and to get them off the ground and do all those things. So these are events that happen annually. I know the 150th obviously not, but we're quite lucky that we have a good group of volunteers that take on these challenges and offer that to the citizens and other people that want to celebrate with them. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Could you tell us the area the nation covers?
For sure, it's vast. So we always tend to look at it as a whole, but there's an east versus, not necessarily versus west, but in the west, our biggest town is called Limoges, and it's becoming more and more urbanized. And what they're asking for the municipality is more recreational facilities. They're asking for more programs for kids and things like that, where if you start going towards the east, becomes more and more rural, and it's more agricultural, and you have smaller towns like St-Isidore, you have St. Albert's, which is at the south. It's a small urban town, rural town, and even if you keep going further east, you have Saint-Bernardin, you have Riceville. So these are all places that are the pace of growth is quite a bit slower than what we're seeing in the west, and the reason for that is just that it's proximity to the city of Ottawa. We're seeing that a lot of people they're finding it too expensive to buy a home in Ottawa, so they start shopping in our area, and you can get the same house that you would have in Ottawa for maybe $150,000 to $175,000 cheaper. So we're seeing a bigger growth rate in the west. So we're trying to consolidate that kind of stuff, because in the east, roads are important, and bridges are things. All these things that are infrastructure that have been there forever. So it's hard to consolidate both, but that's the role of council and as employees and as mayor. But it's something that we struggle with all the time. Whenever we look at our municipal budgets, we spend over 42% of our budget on roads. So it's, as much as we're trying to offer all these different programs, we have to make sure we have a good solid foundation, and that starts with roads and infrastructure and things like that. So we have a dichotomy. It's a challenge for us, but it's one that we're always ready to face, and it's been quite a learning curve. In the last 2 years, I've known, obviously I've been in the game for 12 years or so, but you really see it as mayor when you speak to the people from the eastern part of the municipality, where their wants and needs are not necessarily what the wants and needs are from the west, but it's all good. We're doing really well with what we have, and I got to commend the staff for that, because it's always the concept of doing more with less, and we're doing well. I mean, I think if you were to put out a report card, I think most people would say that we're doing well.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any programs or activities for the youth in your region?
We support financially. We support our Optimist clubs. And again, I'm repeating myself here, but we're really big. We're big. So we have many different centers that we like. Centers, when I say towns and things like that, that we have. So we do support the Optimist Club financially. But to say that we have a program at the municipality that does community outreach for the kids, we don't have that. But we are always open to groups that come and want to start programs. We're always going to be, we always have open ears for those types of things. We're there to support. We have the facilities to offer that we can work with these volunteers if they choose to do so. We're growing. But we're not quite at the City of Ottawa where we can offer all these programs, and we're financially we're just not there. But we're hoping to get there eventually, and that's something that I guess it's on the radar. But as far as having it today, we don't. So we do it in various ways, and yeah, that's kind of how we go about it right now. Yeah.
And recently, because of global warming, forest fires have been increasing in the area. Because the nation contains a lot of forests and a lot of trees. Yeah. Do you guys have a prevention program for forest fires?
Yeah, and that's a great question. Recently, we've coupled up with Rockland as far as the fire services. They are now in charge of managing our firefighters and our firefighting service, and they're quite professional. They're excellent, actually. And that's a question I'm going to ask, because it's something that needs to be developed as far as maybe a policy or something going forward. We do have a lot of forest, and it is becoming an issue more and more. And I think just for peace of mind, and as far as a resident and offering that to my citizens, it'd be something that I think publicly we should probably have a policy in place to see what that looks like. I know, we have been starting to spend money in as far as equipment that can go in the forest and do extractions and things like that. But as far as forest fighting, that's something I don't think we have right now. So the short to your answer is we don't have anything in place. But I think it's a great question, and that's something should be put in place for sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, that concludes today's interview. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And to the viewers at home, thank you so much for watching this episode. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more news on this series.